It's the most strangest and weirdest probably video I've probably done. Okay. Blimey, how do I start this off? Right. Oh, I've only got a set. Oh, I thought I only had a certain amount of minutes then, but anyway, basically this one is about my true feelings and my true. I don't know what you call it. You don't call it a crush at my age. I don't know what you call it actually, but anyway, the point is, there's a guy basically in this world who works like crazy, and he is an absolutely brilliant actor. I've been basically in love with this guy since, from what I can remember, it starts from 17, and I'm trying to remember if it was anything beforehand. It might have been, I honestly can't remember too far back from that. But basically, this is about it's not just a crush. It's basically, I think you call it now the wish list, which is called a bucket list. My bucket list now would be to meet the Vin Diesel. You might be thinking, why Vin Diesel? Well, he's an amazing guy. I mean, I don't care at all about his money. I don't care about his house, and that is actually coming out with the truth. Money does not make you happy. Money cannot give you love, and money cannot give you what you want, what you really want. And if I had to choose what I really wanted, and that, I would actually, it might sound like I'm talking like I'm being a child, but I would actually choose to be married to Vin Diesel. Most unusual type of thing, but aside from the fact that he's got one hell of a body, I do dream of that guy. Of course I do. I mean, to me, and you might think this is even sadder, but to me, my relationship, I feel like I've been in a relationship with him since I was obviously a teenager. Now, I've just found out, which, obviously, I don't do a total nutter research, and I'm not like obsessed like other people are or anything like that. I mean, I'm sorry, but I do have my own life. I have my own family, and that. I've just found out that he's been cheated on and his missus has left him, but he lives in the US. I'll never get to meet the guy. I'll never ever get to see him. He'll never get on that plane and come all the way from the US all the way down to obviously the UK. He'll never do that. Even if I lived in the same country as he did or he does, he'll never even get into his car, or he'll never walk down the street just to come and knock on my door. Would he? I don't think so. Not a chance in heck. It's not. To me, he doesn't seem like that type of person. But there you go. Just goes to show you. I'd rather know somebody face to face than I do having to do research on them. I don't want to. It's like at the moment in time, I'm supposed to be apparently I'm supposed to be talking to him on Twitter. Yeah, okay. Who am I really talking to? And he's going on saying about, like, oh yeah, I like talking to you, and it's like, okay, I might be at the age of Matt, but I'm not stupid. I ain't blind. I might be naive, but not as much as I used to be. But it's like my gut feeling is saying, yeah, pull the other one, and that, if I really was talking to the real Vin Diesel, he would actually prove it, and that. But to me, I don't think the person I'm speaking to is a real Vin Diesel. I mean, I did some research on the way back, and I did it about 10-15 minutes ago, and there's other people who've got pictures up of Vin Diesel. Now, like I said, I don't know whether it's him or whether it's somebody else. He'd never speak to somebody like me. I mean, for goodness sake, I mean, you can all see what I look like. I look absolutely atrocious. I look bloody awful and that. Okay, I mean, if I put makeup on, if I put some nice clothes on, did my hair up or anything like that, I'll look like a complete and utter different person. But would Vin Diesel still be interested in me? Now, I don't know what type of person Vin Diesel goes for, because like I said, I ain't that sad. I don't go through all that. I'd rather get to know somebody face to face. And yeah, I have been nearly single for 2 years now, and I'm nowhere near ready for a relationship. I've been hurt, I've been cheated on, and I've been used, and I've been verbally abused and stuff like that. So obviously, you know, for me, the biggest dream would be if I had somebody like Vin Diesel come to the house and stuff like that. I mean, if he turned up at my door, I would have freaking kittens. And that, but no, it won't happen. It'll never ever happen, because he will never be interested in somebody like me. I mean, why the heck would he be? And that, you know, I mean, yeah, I've got more things that I want to do in life. I mean, I'm going on holiday, for goodness sakes. I mean, my mum has this impression that I'm going to meet somebody on holiday. Nobody's going to be interested in me. I'm trying to do my best to lose some weight, and my body now has gotten fed up of it, because I've been on it for a year now, and obviously my body's lost as much as it wants to lose. So I think the next one is unfortunately is suction. Now, to me, I feel like I've got a load there, but I've only actually got, unfortunately, and it's going to sound really, really seriously disgusting, but basically it's about that much. That much is basically is the handful that I got hold of from my actual stomach. Now, you might think, so, my goodness, that must be pounds and pounds and pounds. Well, I know that I can lose more, but my body's telling me now to stop. I've lost loads of weight off me. As you can see, I've lost loads of weight off my face, and that, yes, unfortunately, I'm getting older, so things, unfortunately, ain't as good as they used to be, but I've still got little bits of skin underneath there. I've lost loads of weight off my arms, and that, I can't lose any more weight off my legs. My legs are literally have turned into muscle now, and that, I've lost about a third of my bum. And unfortunately, it means I had a look at it not long ago, and it didn't look right on me. It looked like I should be on a smaller body, and that I lost weight on my bust. Yes, which I did have bigger bust, but now my bust have gone down. They've been going down, and now I've had enough on that. My stomach has gone down way loads. It's just unfortunately after I've given birth to 4 kids. I know I've only got 3, but you should all know, if you've all read upon it, I did lose 1. And that's what even if you still give birth and you lose it, it's still the fact that I've given birth and my stomach is still there. So unfortunately, I cannot lose anymore. But at the end of the day, Vin Diesel will still not be interested in me. Or anything like that. I mean, I know my life would probably change a hell of a lot being with a guy like him, and that, but I don't want to change who I am just for the sake of being with a bloke. I don't want to change who I am. I mean, I'll change my hair, I'll put on a little bit of makeup on that, I'll change my clothes, and that, because obviously for me, all my money goes on to my bills, my rent, and my kids. I don't even think about myself. So what would Vin Diesel think about that? What would Vin Diesel think to himself about a mother who puts herself last, as in, well, really in a way, herself fourth, or doesn't even put herself there at all? The only person that makes me put me first is my mum. That's the only one person. No man ever in my entire life has ever said to me, go on, put yourself first. Nobody. But yeah, he's a, besides from the fact that he's a really seriously good actor, and that, you know, I don't care about the whole fact that he's got a massive big house. I mean, I'm not bothered about that. You know, I'd love to be able to move out to obviously the UK. I'd love to be able to move out, but I don't want to do that just because I've got with somebody. I don't want to move out to the UK because I've met a guy or anything like that. I want to do it the natural way. I want to fall in love properly. I want to, you know, grow old with a guy. Okay, have a few fallouts, have a few arguments and stuff like that, because it's a natural thing to do. But otherwise, if Vin Diesel ever saw this, and I mean the real Vin Diesel ever saw this, you would never come to my door. You would never jump on that plane from the US States or whatever you flipping want to call it. I just call it the US. Vin Diesel would never get on a plane. He would never find my address. He would never come to my house. He would never be at my front door. He would never write me a letter. He would never send me text messages. Even if I give him my real number and like that, he would never reply back. I know his voice. He has got a gorgeous, very hot, gorgeous, very sort of deep voice. He hasn't got a light voice. He's got one of those deep voices. And my God, my heart pounds whenever I say that. But he'd never go on a plane. He'd never come to my door. And that I'm not the type of woman that Vin Diesel wants to go for or anything like that. And I sure hell wouldn't throw myself at the guy. I would like to, yeah, I'd like to get to know him. Yeah, I'd like to go on dates with him and stuff like that. And, you know, like say, well, last time I got engaged, it was unfortunately, my daughter's father ended up proposing to me about 5 years in. I mean, obviously, if he did do anything like that, I mean, I think I'd be pinching myself, telling myself to wake up, because to me, it'd be like the best dream I've ever had in my entire life, and I just don't want to wake up from it. But things like that do not happen, and especially do not happen to people like me, or anything like that. No chance, absolutely no chance. So if the real Vin Diesel ever saw this message, I would like to say that obviously, besides from the fact that you've got a gorgeous body, you've got a gorgeous smile, and that, I am not the type of person you would go for, not in 1,000 years. I think the only time I'd ever meet you is either if I came to you, no else, you're not going to go up there, or if, say, I ever, you know, jumped on a plane to come and try to find where you were, or, you know, anything like that, or if, say, if I did massive research and that, anything like that, but otherwise, no, because they told you not to. They don't want to play with you, Elsa. Well, eat them then. Right, we'll put them there then. Put them there then. Oh, right, well, basically, anyway, so like I said, if Vin Diesel ever did see this video, which he would never see this video, he would never meet me. He'd look at me and he'd probably go, bleh! I know that you'd probably all think to yourself, well, why would it be sick, and that, because I do not go around calling myself beautiful or lovely or anything like that. I don't do anything like that. That's just not me. But yeah. Anyway, like I said, if Vin Diesel ever did see this video, and that, I'd just like to say that, hiya, my name is Steph, I've got 3 children, and you're an amazing guy. I know I'd never see you, I'd never meet you, ever in my entire life. The only time I'd ever see you is if I want to do research up on you, look up you up and say YouTube, or put a DVD of you on the TV. Otherwise, I'd never see you and I'd never meet you. So, obviously, I'd be crazy in love with a guy like you for the rest of my entire life, and that, and obviously, I feel like I'm like a bit of a teenager still, a bit inside, but on the outside, I'm a grown up, and I'm just trying to bring up my kids the best way I possibly can. So yeah, if if the real Vin Diesel ever did see this, and that, obviously, thank you very much for coming and watching this. I hope you don't puke on the actual sight of me, and I hope, obviously, you know that. Well, I'll see you again because you'll do another DVD. You'll always do DVDs. I'll if I want to see you, I'll obviously look at you up on YouTube or anything like that. But otherwise, it was very nice to see you or meet you. If obviously you can see me. Obviously I can't see you, but yeah, I'll never meet you and I'll never get to see you. It's just, unfortunately, it's just one of those type of things. Yeah, it'll never happen. But anyway, nice to see you, nice to meet you, and thank you very much for watching Vin Diesel.